What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full alternate shiny Pokemon team. Now these are shiny Pokemon which have actually changed over the generations or changed in other games. Now, today's team, I actually took 6 random Pokemon that, kind of fit into this category and used them on my team. Now, we are streaming on Twitch, people. If you haven't followed me yet, make sure you do. Now, I'll either be streaming tonight or tomorrow night. I'm actually going away for a few days, but more on that as we get into the video. Now, this was a really long video today, but there were some very good battles. So I hope you guys can stick around for the whole thing and let me know in the comment section if you do. Now, let's see if we can aim for 1,000 likes on the video, people. If you enjoy the theme teams, let's hit that like button. And for today's question is, if you had a shiny Pokemon, what would you change the colors to? Leave it below in the comment section. I'd like to know. Maybe a shiny that looks similar to another you thought, that shiny's kind of bad. Let's change it to something else, All right, we have battle on my Discord. This one was against Mossy Dog, and we have a Gaboda lead. So it's going to set up the Toxic Spikes. I'm going to set up the Sword Dance against it. Now, I'm going to explain some of these ones. So, now, some of these Pokemon in other games with different shiny colors too. Scyther is, definitely no exception to that. It actually is red like Scissor, which is really cool. Now, this set, I ran a Furicana, a Sword Dance Aero Ace, a Pursuit set with the Technician and Everlight, max attack and max speed. So we're going to just absolutely body this Garbodor and it's going to take it out in one shot. However, it does get the poison off against me earlier on, and it does have the Aftermath as well. So my Scyther's not going to be hanging around for too long a period, but it's going to get a couple of nice one-hit KOs off. All right, so now we got the Mismagius coming here, so I can go for the Pursuit against this thing. In case it is a tricky swap or anything like that, I'm just going to outspeed that. Go for Pursuit. However, it's got a Focus Sash and it lives on 1 health. The merch is available, my people. And also, thank you to the person who bought the Salt Mug the other day, Champion. The link is in the description too, people, if you want some of that hot merch. So anyway, since it lived on that Focus Sash, it's going to be able to take me out with the Hex there and the extra damage from the Toxic, kind of pulls me over the line there. So bring in the next Pokemon, which is Articuno. Now, Articuno is actually a really cool aqua color. Now, I did put their colors and stuff on the actual thumbnail of this video too. So I picked some from other games and some from later, earlier games of the Pokemon games. So anyway, we got the Mismagius down. This is a physical Articuno. Let's go over what this set is anyway. Now we got Aero Ace, Avalanche, Ice Shard, and Steel Wing, max health and max attack. Pressure ability, obviously, and a choice bet. So swapping out of that one, we're going to go into the Farret. Now, Farret's whole body was actually pink in the earlier games, but now it's sort of just got like pink rings around it. So we got the Stoutland going for the last resort there. Not the last resort, they retaliate. And of course, the poison is going to take me out again. Kind of like the Scyther KO at the start there. So down goes Farret, but Farret makes a big entrance in the second battle, people. You don't want to miss the second battle. All right, so into the Umbreon. Now, Umbreon Colosseum has actually, instead of blue rings, it's got green rings, so it's quite interesting. Now we've got the Stoutland swapping out there. Obviously, it's gone for Retaliate. It's not going to be as powerful. And we got the Hitmontop coming out, which is also good against me with any fighting type moves. Now, this is a Choice Specs Umbreon. I had some pretty good success with this. Normally, most people will predict, the support one or just physical moves like Foul Play. So on this set, we got Max Health, Max Special Attack. We got Dank Pulse, Shadow Ball, Hyper Voice, and Psychic. Synchronizability and Choice Specs as the item. Okay, so we got the Hitmontop going for the bulk up here, boosting his attack and defense. I need to get rid of this thing because it's actually pretty scary against my team. Now, we got Charizard coming in. So as you guys do know, Charizard actually, or if you didn't know, Charizard's shiny used to be purple in like a Generation 2, right? So, it obviously changed to black over the generation. So I thought that would be kind of an important one to put on this team. There were many other Pokemon that also fitted into this category too. There wasn't just 6. So please bear that one in mind before leaving me a comment too. If you know any, please leave it below in the comments. Let's add some conversation too if anyone is interested in this topic. Okay, so Hitmonchan is going to get Toxic Stalled by my bulky Charizard. Yes, my bulky Charizard. And we've got the Palossand coming in there. Tell me how Charizard cannot pick up a freaking sandcastle. I know it's based on weight, but tell me how. Pokemon in real life, people, the logic is amazing. Anyway, so I thought this would be a prime opportunity to go for the Toxic on the Palossand. Palossand is normally a bulky, tanky set there. If it does have Shore Up, I sure got to put a Toxic on it. Speaking of Toxic, we got the Palossand going for a Toxic on my Charizard as well. Let's go for the Charizard set if I haven't already. It's a little bit different to my normal one, with it can actually get quite bulky on both sides. So we've got Skydrop and Toxic, the normal combo. We've got Roost for recovery. And we've also got Skull Bash on this one. So Skull Bash is a physical attacking move. so you can attack the opponent. In this case, I'm completely walled by that. However, it does boost the defense stage, so it actually will make me eventually bulky on both sides, and if they don't have a Toxic user, Charizard actually becomes like really, really difficult to kill. Okay, so we got the Articuno coming in here. We got the Earth move. The Earth move, the ground move from the Palisand, which is Sand Tube. I kind of guess they may have that with the Toxic, works quite nicely. They're going to go for a Recycle. I actually outspeed them. I don't actually think I'll outspeed them, but I've got a negative priority on the Avalanche, and that is going to fail on the Palisand there. It's going to eat a berry, and it's going to get it all the way back. I think they were thinking that I outspeed, but since Avalanche has got like a negative priority, right, it didn't actually happen. So Palisand is, pretty much can't do anything at all. Palisand is going to swap out, and now we got the Hitmontop coming back in here. Now, with this set, right, Avalanche is actually fairly powerful, and Articuno's attack isn't really that great, so I needed like a powerful move. Okay, so the Avalanche is going to put Hitmontop in range to eat a berry, and it's going to get lots and lots of health back. So, okay, that sucks. But here I could go for the Avalanche again, right, since I'm choice banded. I'm quite confident I can, survive any hit this thing throws at me. So it's going to go for the Roller Kick. That does have a chance of flinching. Thank goodness I don't get flinch. And I'm going to hit it with the full powered Avalanche, and that is going to take out the Hitmontop in one shot. So that was really, really good for the Articuno. It was doing like really solid at the moment. Okay, so back in with the Retaliate. Stoutland, I know the Retaliate's coming. I don't want to lose Articuno just at the moment. I thought purple would be my best option to swap into. It was already poisoned. It already lost a lot of health. And it was pretty much, they pretty much knew what the set was all about, so I was happy to sack that one off. Okay, so that one's going to go down. That's fine. Now, Stoutland can't use Retaliate again or have that. It can use it, but it's not going to have that kind of power up. So going back into green, which is the Umbreon. Now I can go for the Dank Pulse here, hope for some good damage. I'm guessing it'll be about a 3-hit KO. So we've got the Psychic Fangs, which is really questionable play. There's like, why did they do that? I thought they must have some other plan, for the move to fail, and then use the move afterwards. So we've got the Stoutland go for the Stomping Tantrum, which makes sense now. So they needed the first move to fail for Stomping Tantrum to get that power boost. It does pretty good damage to Umbreon considering, and I'm going to go for another Dank Pulse there. I am max health, so I am fairly tanky. So the next shot is going to be able to take me out. I was like, Stomping Tantrum actually won't take me out, but they have Last Resort. So okay, they've got Retaliate and Last Resort. So that is my Umbreon down. So we got the Articuno left, and we got one other Pokemon left. So we're going to bring in the blue here, which is the Rapidash. Now, Rapidash looked really, really cool in the early gens, Generation 2. It was actually blue like Ponyta. So they changed it over to grey, which I really wish they didn't because it looks so cool. All right, so go for the Fire Blast. I'm going to outspeed the Stoutland, and I'm going to take it out, which is nice. So we've got a Palisand, which is on a tiny little bit of health, and we've got one more Pokemon. I've got my Rapidash and my Articuno, so fairly even battle at the moment. We've got the Sigilyph. So it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure I can only one attack this thing throws me. Get off the Sunny Day. So I've got Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Fire Blast, and Hidden Power Ground. We've got, I think it's Hidden Power. I didn't really even, use Hidden Power on this much. So we've got the ability, Flash Fire. We got the item as a Fire MZ. So we're going to go for the Fire MZ Sunny Day. That's going to boost my speed by 1 stage, allow me to outspeed that Sigilyph, and giving a boost to my Fire Blast as well. So I thought, if I hit this with a Fire Blast, this is going to do a lot of damage to it. I'm on my last, my last lot of health too, because I'm going to go down to the poison next turn. Or a Psy Shock, doesn't really matter. However, they're going to swap out their Sigilyph and go into Palisand. So, okay, they're sacking off their Palisand in hopes that, my Articuno cannot defeat their Sigilyph, or they think they can defeat my Articuno. So I was like, okay, that's not such a bad, that's not so bad there. So Rapidash is going to go down the poison damage. I could have gone for a Fire Blast there, but I actually live on 2 health. That was my thought process there. I'm going to go down, but I actually ended up living. So I've got 2 health left, almost 1 off the merchant level. I'm going to go for a Fire Blast on the Sigilyph. There's a lot of damage there, almost taking out with a critical hit. It's actually going to get burned there. I'm sure they've got Magic Guard as the ability, and then now it's going to go for the Charge Beam, which is going to be enough to take out the Rapidash. Man, that was a bulky Sigilyph there, living a crit in the sun. Fire Blast. Okay, so into Articuno here, I can go for the Choice Banded Ice Shard, and that is going to be enough to take out the Sigilyph. Now, my original plan there was to go for the Avalanche against that. I thought that hit it very, very hard, considering that's so bulky and special defense, right? Anyway, that wasn't the case, and Sigilyph is going to go down to the Choice Banded Ice Shard, and that was game. Hope you guys enjoyed that first battle. Let's get on to the second battle. This is a battle on my Discord against A51 Trooper. We got a Trampoline, and leading things off with the Umbreon. So this is the Choice Specs Umbreon. You guys know this set already. So I thought, well, let's see if we can get some Dang Pulse action. I think we can do about a 3-hit KO against this. It does some pretty good damage. I actually get a flinch the first turn on the Chili Willy. Now I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse again, hoping I can get like another flinch. It would be so funny if I did. Almost take it out. Now it's going to be a physical set, which is pretty cool. Play rough does over half my health, so I'm glad I definitely flinched that the first turn because there was a definite chance that would have taken me out. So go for another Dark Pulse on the Chili Willy, and the Dramper is down. So physical Dramper, I've run that before. It's pretty fun. Get stuff like Dragon Rush, Play Rough, those kind of moves. Okay, so we're going to go into the Ursaring End. Now, they do have a theme team. If you guys can guess what this theme team is, please let me know in the comment section. Going for the Dark Pulse, I actually outspeed. I was like, that's very surprising. Now we got the Ursaring going for the Hone Claws. So Hone Claws is going to boost it actually, and it's going to boost its, attack too. So we got the Dank Pulse again on the Banjo, just living there, and it's going to eat a berry, getting a little bit of health back. It's a citrus berry, not a other, like a wiki berry or something like that. So we got a special Ursaring there. Go for the Focus Miss. It's obviously the accuracy increased by the Hone Claws, and that is my Umbreon down. I was like, damn, nice strategy there, getting the accuracy boost for the Hone Claws. So bringing in the Rapidash now, thought I could just go for the Fire Blast to finish this thing off. I didn't really want to risk going for the hidden power either. So here I went for the Z Sunny Day here. Now in this battle, right, this was a really long battle. This was 78 turns long. I actually had to actually cut a bit out of this, but you'll see why in a second. So anyway, we're going to go for the Z move here, making me speedy, and I thought I could live a special move from this thing fairly well. So the only thing I was worried about if it was a mix set, if it's going to go for like a normal type physical move that would destroy Rapidash, but it went for Hyper Voice, which was still stabbed and still did some pretty good damage to me. So going for the Fire Blast, taking out the Banjo there. The Ursaring, man, there was a time when I did theme teams where I used Ursaring like nearly every theme team, like 7 times in a row. All right, so we got the Miss Magius again, another Miss Magius this time. This one is it's golden. So go for the Fire Blast, doing some really heavy damage, almost take out the Miss Magius, and now we got the Miss Magius. I can't even say that dang name right, and it's gonna go for the Z move against my Rapidash. Rapidash doesn't have lots of health back, and it's not the bulkiest Pokemon in the world, so I was not actually expecting to live this one. So that was pretty good though. I got rid of the Ursaring, and I did a lot of damage to Miss Magius, so I was actually pretty happy with that. Already I was thinking that I could swap in my Articuno and go for the Ice Shard Choice Bandit to take out the Miss Magius, in case it had anything like Destiny Bond or something really annoying like that, to sack off one of my Pokemon. Alright, so into the Articuno here. I actually don't mind. I was thinking about Articuno. I actually really like the Aqua, so that'd be really cool if they actually kept that. So go for the Ice Shard on the Miss Magius, and that one is going to take it out. So that's good. We got half the team down already. We got 3 more Pokemon to take out, but it is early days, people. It is very early days. Okay, so we got the Kazooie coming out, going for the Ice Shard again. I thought, I got nothing to lose here, right? I'm Choice Bandit, does a lot of damage, and it lives on 1 health, and the Heat Wave misses in the sun. The merch is available, people. You know where to get it. Link is in the description. All right, so thank you for giving me the opportunity to play my merch again. So I go for the Ice Shard, and that is going to take out the Kazooie. Now, thinking of the Fearow special attack, it wouldn't have taken Articuno out, but it would have done a sizable chunk of damage with, the Sunny Day on the field. If it was Choice Specs, of course. Articuno's got some nice bulk in special defense. Okay, so in comes the Warrain, and this is where the problems actually start to happen. So going to size, I didn't think they'd go for an ice move right off the bat. They're going to go for a stockpile. It's like, oh dear. So they're going to stockpile and boost their defense. I thought, well, if they're going to start stockpiling, let's see if we can get the Fury Cutter Venusaur. So Fury Cutter Scyther happening. So going for these Fury Cutter on the Warrain there. It's going to hit me with the Ice Beam, doing over half health. So like, this sucks. Scyther's not really going to be too handy in the battle. I know what they've got left still, so I just went for Fury Cutter again. It's going to sack me there. Unfortunately, there's nothing I couldn't. I could have gone for a Sword Dance and then an Aerial Ace, but Warrain would have lived that anyway, so Scyther wasn't the most handiest Pokemon at this stage of the game. Okay, not a problem, people. We still have a couple other Pokemon left. Sometimes you get a Pokemon that, even though they're quite good, they're dead weight against other Pokemon on the team. So I thought, let's go into Purple here, the Charizard. I can pop a Toxicop against this thing and see if we can get my little strategy going there to take this thing out. Now, as I said, we got one more Pokemon after this, but this Pokemon and this was the really difficult Pokemon on their team to get past. So we got the Leftovers Recovery on my Charizard. They really cannot do much damage to me at all. this was pretty good. I've got, as I said, I've got Roost on this set too, so I can keep roosting off all the damage they even do to me. So we got the Toxic up on the Whale. I nearly called it Whalmer. Walrein at the moment, they both start with W. Okay, somehow, okay, get this, guys. I can't lift a sandcastle up, but I can lift a big donkey whale in the air. How does that even work? All right, so we got the Wailord getting some more. The Wailord, the Walrein. Oh my God, can someone do like a fan art of Wailord and Walrein together? Okay, so we're going to free it from the Sky Drop. It's going to continue to go for the Ice Beam against my Charizard there. It's not really doing too much damage at all. So things are going, things are going pretty good at the moment. Actually, speaking of which, speaking of Wailord, your boy needs to drink some water. I don't want to spit it out through my spout though, people, because I am thirsty. All right, so we got some nice toxic damage up on the Walrein now. I'm going to go for yet another Sky Drop. So we're getting close to taking out this Walrein. We've lifted that, man. We've lifted some weights today. We've lifted a freaking walrus into the sky. All right, so it's getting hit by the poison. Obviously, the next turn or so, this is definitely going to go down. And Charizard's going to hit it with that Sky Drop. It's not doing much damage, but the whole point is this, it's kind of stall out. But speaking of stalling, this thing has freaking rest. I cannot believe it. So after all that time, it's going to be able to sleep off all that toxic damage. So at this point in time, right, my Charizard is 100% useless. It cannot get around this Walrein at all. I'm going to get PP stalled out, and there's no way I'm going to be able to live this, right? So, swapping my Charizard out, finding out it's now useless and going into pink. So you guys remember in the first battle, Furret got absolutely destroyed. Now I said this is a really important player. It most certainly is. Let's go with what the Furret set is anyway. We got the Walrein swapping out, and we got the Mumbo swapping in, which was the last Pokemon, which is the Marowak. I thought, look, this really isn't, the greatest matchup for Furret. I actually really need my Furret, so I'm going to go to Charizard here and see if I can pop a Toxic off against this, this Marowak. And, if I can do any damage to it, it's good. Charizard is basically dead weight at this point in the game, right? So we got the Toxic on the Marowak, which is nice there. Now, if Marowak's got any kind of decent physical attacks, my Charizard is most definitely going to go down. I know that I can't hit it with any ground types attack, but it also has Toxic too. I'm like, oh man, okay, so it's got Toxic. So Charizard is definitely down. That's not so much of a problem for my Furret. You guys might be able to guess what kind of set I'm running there. It's a problem for my Articuno as well. But at this point in the game, I want to keep my Articuno back as well. I'm a little bit, at this point, I'm like really worried about that Walrein one. So we got the Toxic up on the Mumbo, lifting the Mumbo up into the sky. We're doing like Mumbo number 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lifting Marowaks and Walreins in the sky. Anyway, so we got the Toxic up, and now I'm gonna go for the Sky Drop on the Marowak. It's not really doing too much damage, but it's pretty good. We're racking up the Toxic turns. Marowak is gonna go for the knockoff on my Charizard. That's doing a lot of damage there, and I'm not gonna be really living right. There's no point in me going for Roost either. I don't want to stall out even more than it already is, because we know we've got that Walrein left, right? And Charizard cannot do donkeys to the Walrein. So going for another Sky Drop on the Marowak there, lifting that one into the sky. And guess what, guys? I'm going to faint in the sky. I wish, seriously, I wish the Charizard, the fading animation should have been like Charizard, slowly falling out of the sky, crashing into the ground, and then fading. That would have been way more realistic. So going into the big bad Articuno, the physical Articuno, we've got the pressure. The pressure is on, people. Now I can go for the Ice Shard and take this one out. I thought the Walrein might try and come into it, but I thought, nah. I don't think it's going to bring it in, because Marowak is pretty much gone. So Marowak is gone. We got the Wailord left, but the whale, the walrus. The walrus left. The walrus is asleep. Now, you guys can probably see how long this video is going to go for still. Don't worry, it gets very interesting. So, the only way for me to get around a stockpile bulky-ass walrus is to boost my stats myself. So, let's finally go over what this Furret set is. So, we got max health, max special defense. We've got Coil. We've got Rest, Sleep Talk, and we've got Slash. So, Slash, I was like, this is quite good, right? Because Slash can crit, right? And that can get through all those stockpile boosts, right? And stockpile, you guys, as you guys know, if you didn't know, you can only boost stockpile 3 times. So the most you can get in defense is +3, right? Whereas I could boost up my coils to get +6 in attack. And defense, of course, as well. And I can also heal myself off from any of those toxic damage as well. I've got the Chopper Berry as my item too. The Chopper Berry didn't come into use at all in this battle. It was kind of just there as an initial, against any fighting type, physical fighting type Pokemon, if I needed that extra room to set up my coils, right? So at this point, we got the Furret setting up the coils here as much as I possibly can against the Walrus. This part was kind of long like something else, but I definitely want you guys to see this because it was rather momentous. Okay, so Ice Beam, when you're looking at it, it's about a 3 to 4 hit KO, right? If I had leftovers on it, it'd probably be better, but, you know, I felt the Chopper Berry kind of, in the other battles that I did with the Furret, the Chopper Berry actually was more useful than leftovers. A lot of the time when you see Furret, you just go for a fighting type move and, you know, it goes down in one shot. I get critted by the Ice Beam then. That was really, really scary because I actually want to crit this Warren, right? So go for a rest on the Furret, and that is pretty good. We can get all the way back to full health here. This Warren, man, this Warren was so annoying. The problem about it, too, it also had rest and sleep talk. So, like, if you use sleep talk, it could serve some of its PP on its other move, or more its attacking moves, right? So, it was basically the same kind of set as my Furret. My Furret was like a bulky boosting set, but this Warren was sort of just like a tank. It didn't really hit too hard, right? So anyway, we got the Warren go for its last and final stockpile there. It can't boost its stats anymore, so now's the time. What I needed to do, right, is I need to get +6 in attack, and then I needed to start slashing this thing and hoping for a crit. I needed like 1 to 2 crits, I reckon, would be enough to actually take this thing out. Hopefully. So go for the slash there. Oh, man, it doesn't crit. It doesn't have it has a chance of critting, but, you know, it's definitely not a 100% chance. Okay, speaking of crits, Warren crits me again. I'm like, man, this Warren's actually critting me more than I'm critting it, and I've got a chance of a crit on slash. So go for the rest on the Furret again, and we are healing up rather nicely there. So while I get the rest of the calls up, I just want to explain a couple of things. Now, I will be going away this week as well. So what's today? When you do YouTube, guys, like YouTube Live, especially for me, like I lose track of the days all the time because I'll be doing work right, then the next day, like I'll be up at like, you know, like 11, then suddenly it'll be like 7 in the morning, and then like I always lose track of the days. But I'll be going away for a couple of days. I'll be going away on Friday, Australia Friday, like Australian Western Standard Time Friday. So that'll be Friday. I'm going away for Saturday. I'm going away for Sunday. And I'll be back on Monday. Now, all those time I'm going away, I'm actually doing a big bulk recording session of Theme Team battles. Got some Soul Links, and I got some Friday videos, some Pokemon sweeps going up too. So I'm doing like a big bulk recording of them. So basically, you guys will have content the entire going up all the entire way that I'm away for, right? So you guys will not miss out on your daily salt dose, all right? I've got you covered. Anyway, so we're gonna go for another rest on the Furret. We're actually going away for Kath's birthday, so I'll say on the actual Friday video. I think it'll be on the Saturday one. I'm trying to think what the best day would be to say that, because most of you guys are like a day behind me because I'm Australian, right? But normally I'm about 8 to 12 hours in front of everyone. Anyway, I'll just say on that day we're going away for Kath's birthday for a few days. So anyway, go for another coil on my Furret here. We're getting close, people. We're getting close to getting max to see if we can take this dang Warren out. Warren's is continuing to spam Ice Beam. Now, the only thing I was thinking, right, if Warren runs out of Ice Beams, it's gone. It can't do anything. It can't attack me at all. Pretty much the only things you can do is just go to sleep, really. And that's it. It can't do anything else. All right, so go for another coil on my Furret here. The whole thing, I needed 6 to get some damage on this thing. Since I wasn't running max attack either, I had to get 6 in attack. Because if I got that slash right, I needed to hit like really powerful. All right, so going for my last rest here, I think I've got almost enough to start attacking this Warren. I also had to attack the Warren while I was asleep though with Sleep Talk, because it was still doing a little bit too much damage with the Ice Beam. Plus, Ice Beam had a chance of freezing me if I was awake too, so it was always that to kind of think about. Okay, people, here we are. Are you still around? Let me know. Please let me know if you stuck around for this whole video. I'll be really interesting. So we got the Sleep Talk coming. I get the slash, which is really good, and it doesn't crit again. So now we got the Warren going for the Ice Beam on my Furret, guys. It does some pretty good damage to me. It's still about a 4 hit KO, so I need to get like another slash up. I need a crit slash. I reckon I need about 2 to 3 to take this out. Maybe 2, right? So now we got the Furret going for another Sleep Talk, and I get rest. I'm like, oh damn! All I need is to get some some slashes or crits against this. Okay, so instead of the Warren attacking me again, it actually goes for a rest. It's like, okay, well, this is good, right? Because I can go for a slash right away without going for rest. I know that I can live the next one, and then we can go for a rest afterwards. It's going to be a sleep. It's not a crit again. It's like, damn, I really need these crits. So anyway, we got the Warren going for another Sleep Dog, and it's going to get Ice Beam against my Furret. Now, I can just go for a rest here and rest off the damage, but I get critted right at the end. right at the end. I'm so salty after all that time it critted me. Oh, and I didn't get one crit with Slash at all. Like, what is that? Like, seriously, that doesn't happen. All right, so my last Pokemon is the Choice Banded Articuno. And this was actually the longest part of the battle right here. Now, that bit wasn't the longest. This bit was the longest. So, go for the airways here. I'm Choice Banded. And we're going to try and take this warrior out. It basically is going to come down to a PP stalling war. So, we got the warrior go for a rest again. And, man, this was so annoying. This is what happened, all right?
2,000 years later.
Okay, guys, I'm 100 years old. What's up, guys? Got my walking stick. We've been doing YouTube for 1,000 years, and this is what happened. My Articuno actually ran out of PP on Choice Band and Airways. This boring, this blue sack of poo sat here for the whole time using rest and sleep talk against me. I just couldn't get I didn't even get one crit. I hit this thing 32 times. I didn't get one, like 32 turns in a row. I didn't even get one crit. I'm going to go for a struggle, and that is the Articuno down. What's up? I hope you guys enjoyed that first battle. That second, Pimpnite, why did you only upload one battle today? Why did you do it? Tell me in the comment section, please. Just tell that to me.